What is going on YouTube? And I'm back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at XRP, Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and if we have time, the S&P 500. Specifically in today's episode, I think what most of us are asking is pretty much which direction the markets are going to be moving to. That's my question as well, as we've been making some very profitable trades the past couple of days in cryptocurrency. Last time we traded, we made $1,700, an easy, quick run in about 3 hours as a conservative trader. We've come up with the basic overall decision as to where are we headed, and in today's video hopefully we can answer that question as we discuss and look at the technical indicators and figure out exactly where cryptocurrency is going. Otherwise, if you guys are new to today's video, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up as this does help support the YouTube algorithm. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, CryptoVOfficial. This way, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns related to the market, you can head over there and DM me. Otherwise, let's jump right into today's video. Alright guys, so before we dive in, I just want to give a huge shout out to today's sponsor, BestChange. For those of you that don't know what BestChange is, they're basically like a Wikipedia for cryptocurrency. For those of you that don't know what Wikipedia is, it's basically this massive search engine that explains and shows the things that are relevant to whatever topics you're looking up. So BestChange is a little deeper than that. It's basically a Wikipedia for different exchanges in cryptocurrencies. So if you guys haven't noticed and were interested in trading around with different cryptocurrencies, and you've always wanted to exchange, let's say, some weird exchange, so let's do Zcash to Dogecoin, and you don't really have that available on, let's say, Coinbase Pro using as an exchange, or some other, areas like Binance or things like that, you can use BestChange to basically figure out which exchanges have that available and the cheapest fees that are implied with that exchange. So for example, I said, let's say Zcash to Dogecoin, you would literally just type that in. We then get all the different exchanges posted here and the different reviews that are around. So you can see that CoinGuru seems to have the most reviews, 400 positive, 0 negative. So if we click on this, it'll give us a hyperlink and it will bring us right to that exchange where we can then literally turn Zcash into Doge and then basically profit off of that, make the best fees and the lowest fees, and you guys can actually save money while exchanging. So definitely make sure to check out BestChange. I did link them in the description down below. Once again, thank you BestChange for sponsoring today's video. Otherwise, jumping into the cryptocurrency world and into the crypto space, yesterday's episode we discussed for XRP Rebel investors, this is the next move. What are we expecting? Where are we heading? Things of that nature. So to dive into the market right now, we do know, this is something we do have to consider, is that the S&P 500 did just open today at 9 o'clock. It's 9:47 currently when I'm recording this video. So we do have a few different indicators, happening right now. As you guys can see, top 10 cryptos, most everything is pretty much up in regards to the, the past week on the 7-day indicator. But in regards to the 24 hours, things have pretty much flatlined out. Things are trading sideways. We're not really seeing much movement, which is an interesting, factor that we have to consider when investing. Yesterday, we know, looking at the XRP graphs here, we made a small short as we hit resistance in our sideways channel on XRP and profited $1,700, the easiest $1,700 you can pretty much make. Now, using that indicator, we did see, a correction to the downside. So there's a few things to now pay attention to. So you can see now on the XRP to Tether chart we have on Bityard here, you'll notice that we have a downtrend, we have an uptrend, a symmetrical triangle formed, and we have this sideways channel that cuts through the median of this triangle. So notice that we did actually hit this resistance up top here, and we actually are starting to correct lower. Not only that, we're hitting different averages, different moving averages, which I do have pulled up here. The 5-day, 10-day, 20-day, and 40-day moving averages on XRP. You'll notice we're kind of hitting that as a means of support, and we are hitting this uptrend as a means of support. So this does gear us into the belief that there's a chance we could start to see a small correction back to the upside within XRP and retest 26 cents again. So it's really just seeing whether or not we decide to close above this support right here, or if we head lower. Now, it was acting as a resistance just a couple of days ago, but at the moment, the fact that we broke above here and the fact that we're hitting bottom supports does give us a key indicator that we could start to see this small swing, and I'll draw it out for you, where the price does something like this. that's definitely an indicator and something we have to consider. Now, looking at the XRP chart to US dollars, you can see it's a very similar scenario. So we have our sideways triangle or symmetrical triangle. We have our sideways channel right here. You'll notice we did bounce off resistance and we did correct lower where we profited. But now you can see we're bottoming off. We're hitting the moving averages, and it looks like we're starting to kind of see this consolidation, which could lead us in a small uptrend back to the top, back to 25 cents. So it's definitely an interesting thing. We're in a very interesting pickle right now with most of the cryptocurrencies. As things are pretty much kind of flatlining out and dying off, we really have to use other indicators to gauge which direction the markets want to move to. And that's really where looking at other key indicators come into play, specifically looking at other cryptocurrencies. So when you look at Ethereum, you can see the same patterns are happening. We did just retest overbought. We are fairly overextended as we did hit a few resistances here, but it's really not giving us any great signals to whether or not we should be buying in or selling off. This shows with Ethereum that we're overextended and we're above our resistance on this ascending triangle, and we could swing back down to bottom support. Now, moving on to other exchanges or other cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, the same thing applies. We're very extended, we're overbought, we're very overextended on the MACD. Things show that a correction is due. But when you consider that the S&P 500 and things like that opened at a positive and we're heading pretty high, there's definitely a few key targets in play. Litecoin shows a different scenario where we actually managed to close above resistance here, and it looks like we're bottoming off at support. But granted that we are within this moving average, we could see a swing to the upside. So really, we're all over the place right now. The craziest thing, I think, is within this S&P 500. The fact that the S&P 500 is actually starting to form above its resistance is very, very, very interesting, and that's what we need to talk about. So the fact that we've been on this uptrend for 11 years now, and we've really not had the best of luck breaking above resistance, is interesting. So the fact that I'm now seeing us, overbought and overextended above our resistance is a very interesting indicator. I mean, we do have to consider that this is just today that we opened up. This is 1 day's worth of 7 days candle, a candle forming. So it's very possible we could wick down below here. It's definitely a huge opportunity. We really have to see where this candle, candle closes. We are looking at what could have been a triple top. It doesn't seem like we're doing that right now. So honestly, we're all really up in the air. Everything is up in the air. We really have to see how this week's candle closes. If we close back down over here, there's a good chance that this triple top will hold and we will correct lower, as we are pretty much at that overbought median right now within the daily on the MACD. Within the daily relative strength indicators. The markets are really all over. So I'm kind of stumped right now. Hopefully some other crypto, YouTubers can admit that, but we're definitely in a loading zone right now where consolidation is pretty much what we need to basically factor in which direction the markets want to head to. They're in a very interesting stalling point. We've managed to shoot up at some incredible rates. And the fact is, we really need to see some sort of pattern to form, some sort of indicator, which will then give us the opportunity to figure out what the next trade is. As the way things are looking, XRP looks great. I'm really focusing in on XRP, seeing which directions this crypto wants to head. And if we do decide to bounce off the moving average, we'll obviously capitalize this off a run. But that's pretty much going to wrap up today's video, as we really just need some more time in the market to gauge which direction, cryptocurrency wants to head. Otherwise, guys, definitely make sure to check out BestChange. I did link them in the description down below. So a huge shout out to them for sponsoring today's episode. Definitely make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications if you want updates, constant updates on the crypto space. Otherwise, guys, it's pretty much just a waiting game. You have to be patient with matters like this. I would give it maybe another week before we can make another, profitable trade. But when it does approach, we will be updating you guys. Otherwise, definitely, like I said, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, CryptoVofficial. Smash the like button, as it does help support the YouTube algorithm. And I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.